Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT, value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see the founder at least twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all auspicious accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com to click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part podcast, you have the Ram 1500 coming with the Hemi V8. It's back, baby. The good old American muscle. The good old glory of 8 cylinders of perfection. An ancient philosopher actually once said, there's no displacement, or rather, there's no replacement for displacement, like Willy Wonka. Reverse that. And here, this is credited to Jacob Caleb, who's a writer at thedrive.com. He says, quote, Ram brings back the Hemi V8, calls it a symbol of protest. You can now order a 2026 Ram 1500 with a V8 again, and every pickup will come with a loud performance exhaust as standard. Can't get much more American than that. Here you can see a Ram 1500 doing a burnout, as they mostly do, I'm sure. And actually it looks pretty good. They got a funny looking Ram graphic bolted to the face of a graphic of a V8, which is just a thing of beauty. Now, they say, quote, Ram surprised everyone by dropping the V8 from its half-ton pickup truck in 2024. The twin-turbo 3-liter inline-6, I can't say that without laughing. That's a great engine in a BMW in terms of the orientation of the engine. Straight 6 with a stick shift, great in a Beamer. Yeah, and a Dodge straight 6 automatic transmission for a truck, consumers were not buying it. Now they say, quote, the inline 6-cylinder beats the Hemi in almost every performance metric, except reliability, but public outcry proved that it doesn't matter to truck buyers. That's undeniably why Ram is bringing back the 5.7-liter Hemi for 2026, with every thumping V8 coming with a loud performance exhaust. It's a move. The engine will virtually be identical to the previously phased-out Hemi, combined with the mild hybrid e-torque system, which is mandatory, by the way. It makes 395 horsepower and 410 foot-pound of torque. That's less than the standard output Hurricane's 420 horsepower and 469 foot-pound of torque, and that's significantly less than the high-output model's 510 horsepower and 540 foot-pound of torque. To that CEO of Ram, Tim Kuniski, says, so what? It's what the people want. Again, he was the guy who put Dodge on the map when you had the cool big old V8 into every performance vehicle, from the Charger to Challenger. I mean, they made the world's fastest production car in the Challenger, 0-60 in 1.66 seconds. Granted, it's an ideal, racing conditions, all that kind of stuff. I understand that, but from a factory car like that is awesome. Now, you have Tim continuing saying, quote, everyone makes mistakes, but how you handle them defines you. Ram screwed up, and we dropped the Hemi. We own it, and we fixed it. Let's get some more pictures in here. And it's kind of hilarious, but it's kind of cool. They have the Ram at a racetrack. See those big old honking wheels. Look at that big old badge right on the fender. A big old V8. Glorious. Now they say, quote, despite the most internet commenters might think the Hemi's reintroduction couldn't happen overnight, Ram was supposedly quoted an 18-month wait time by suppliers when it began the process, but now the plan is starting to have them delivered the V8 1500s by again this summer. Orders are now open. You can spec the Hemi V8 on the following 1500 trims: the Tradesman, the Bighorn Express, Warlock, Laramie, Rebel, Limited, and Longhorn. It's a $2,895 option on the Tradesman through the Bighorn models, a $1,200 option on Laramie and Rebel, and no charge option on the Limited and Longhorn. And those last two come standard with the high output Hurricane. Which again, if you talk to, anecdotally in DFW, talk to a Dodge dealership, yeah, those Hurricane engines, they're not very reliable. And more concerning is, yeah, it's not just one part of the engine that's breaking, which again would be terrible, but a recall could fix that in terms of, 1 point's breaking, you could fix that with a swap out. It's multiple different points of that engine breaking, so not great. They say, quote, of course, you shouldn't have to pay more for a 5.7 liter since it's down 155 horsepower and 130 foot-pound of torque to the Hurricane's 3 liter. They say the Baja Blasting RHO and Ultra Lux Tungsten models remain high output Hurricane only trucks for now. They say, notably, every Hemi Power 1500 will wear a new, quote, symbol of protest badge on the exterior. Yes, that's literally what it's called. It's what Ram, it's the Ram we're talking about. And again, the CEO of Dodge says, quote, data be damned, we rise our flag and let the Hemi ring free again, unquote. Which, yes, but also, I mean, with the data, their sales are dropping and consumers are flocking towards competitors. Because again, Ford, Chevy, GMC, which is, just a clone of Chevy, they're offering good old V8s with the entry-level 1500 trucks. Again, we have the big three accounting for a vast majority of truck sales in North America. The big three being Ford, GM, aka Chevrolet and GMC, then Dodge. When your two biggest competitors are offering the V8 and you're not, yeah, that's certainly you're gonna have to address that. Now, this is probably one of the few times where the comment section of thedrive.com is overwhelmingly positive. Paul says, quote, 100% the right move. Now put the Hemi in the Grand Cherokee and the new Charger. We don't turbo engines for Dodge and Jeep, getting 4 likes. Which, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. The Dodge SRT4 was an awesome little 4-door, little hot hatch. Oh, it was not a hot hatch. It was a fun little 4-door with a stick shift, turbocharged 4. That was fun, but yeah, I understand. On a big old V8 truck, you want a V8. Again, let's go to that Rebel badge. Oh, there we go. It kind of looks comical, but cute in a way. Here you can see a little bit better on the screen. And if you're just listening on, Apple Podcast or, Spotify or Spotify as I call it, it's just a cartoon graphic of a V8 with, well, I guess the headers are just straight out there. Then you have a little Ram right on the front of it. And it looks like it's, not to be crass, but it's kind of crudely drawn, or it gets that kind of aggressive sort of fonter, look to it. That's pretty good. I like it. Now, going back to the comment section, a lot of people saying, Cody says, preface, I was a big Dodge Ram Mopar fanboy, loved the Hemi since 2003. I've owned 4 of them and was incredibly heartbroken when they announced the discontinuation of the engine. I love the V8, long with the V8. I am very happy to see that they're going here. Trucks will be awesome again. Getting 3 likes. And again, when you look at the trucks that last the longest, it still blows my mind. There's someone on my block who has, I think it's a 2013 Ram 1500 or Dodge Ram, whatever you want to call it. And it's got 230,000 miles on the odometer. And it looks pretty damn good. I mean, it's pretty darn durable. Now, granted, they only have 2 pedals, so I never buy one. But yeah, unfortunately for me, the last good Dodge, I think it was 2009 or 2013, like the last year they had a stick shift option. But again, I partially digress. Great news to the Ram, great news for the truck and for consumers. And let me know, how much do you think their sales will increase? 5%, 10%, 15%? I mean, how many people, because there's so much customer hesitation, because there's always the rumor that the V8 was going to come back. I can't help but think it's going to be a big increase in sales. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.